everybody that listens to this podcast knows that I rant about people not taking advantage of their list. Still not doing that. And it is the most important thing to do. And that's coming from a guy that makes websites and makes money off SEO and all that stuff. But I still say, even our own, even though we are number one for who knows hundreds and hundreds of keywords, that's not where our best client comes from. The best client or patient comes through referral,
right, and
by repeat business, especially for a doctor, and you know, especially because they're going to have other ailments, they're going to have other issues. People buy from people they like, but we also have short memory. And so unless you are reminding your patients over and over again without being annoying, here I am. If you have the heel pain, if you know, whatever you have going on, or a loved one, come on in and see us again. Unless you're doing that, they're gonna go to the internet and do searches, or they're gonna ask a friend, or they're gonna be seduced by a competitor, right?
Right.
And it's one of the easiest things to do, is just communicate to your list.
I know, it's so easy. And little videos, little short
Right.
videos that just go out and talk about a particular little question, and it's just, you're just staying there with them, because they will forget I mean, most of the doctors know this. People will come in to them and they will have seen that they had surgery done on them. And they'll say, like, well, who did your surgery? And they'll say,
Right.
so-and-so. And then the doctor says,
Or they don't remember.
Yeah. I'm sorry, they don't remember the name of the person, right? After about 8 months, they don't remember anybody's names, including yours.
Right.
Unless you just continue to nurture that relationship. One of my mentors, a man named Ed Stubb, who taught me so much, said the 3 most important words in marketing and in sales are nurture, nurture, nurture.
Yeah.
And that's the number one asset in my doctor's practices is their list. Except for themselves and their well-trained staff, it's their list.
That's it. Themselves and their list.
That's it.
It's not annoy.
No.
It's nurture, nurture, nurture. So we're not saying, you know, send an email newsletter every day, or like say, you know, podiatry practice newsletter volume 86. Nobody wants to read that. But just like you said, the number one ailment is heel pain. And you could send the same person heel pain email 30 times over the course of a year. They ignore it until they actually have heel pain. And that's where you need to be, right? You need to be in their head when they're thinking about it.
It's always changing. It's always changing, especially with medical conditions, because you didn't have the problem yesterday, you have it today.
Right. Or they have somebody that comes up to them and says, do you know a good doctor? I'm like, I feel like I got glass in my foot.
Yeah.
And you send them an email.
You got to go see
glass
Dr.
in your
Foster.
foot? Yeah,
Right.
Exactly. And it's, you know, obviously there's a lot of nuance to this, you know, that we don't have time to get into the messaging and good copy. But
there's a way to do it, but you have to do it.